Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, today was pretty darn good. And I think it's going to get better. Today, markets were fantastic, especially when it related to Bitcoin-related stocks. Bitcoin topped $70,000 for the first time since June, and I think it's going to go a lot higher. I don't think it's going to stop. And we got a lot more to go, guys. It's the final week of October, and I think it's going to be glorious. So let's talk about everything that's happened and what will come, and let's have a good show tonight. All right, let's do it. Welcome, guys. We're starting out tonight at 69,900. Are we going to break 70,000 during this live stream? The George effect needs to kick in. But as you can see, since this morning, I had some power issues. Or Gary Gensler cut my electrical line. We broke above that resistance I told you guys about, that 69.7. We've been utilizing it as a support, which is really fantastic. Again, I know how to draw my lines. So we've been using that all day long. That's a fantastic sign. So we've broken above. Now utilize it as a support. And twice now, no, 3 times. First time you could see briefly above 70,000. First time. Second time we went 70,200. And the third time we went 70,100. So we broke 70,000 3 times today. 3 times today. And during that process, we liquidated a whole bunch of shorts. That's right. A lot of shorts lost a lot of money today. And I'm going to show you that at the end during Q&A. Okay, and there's more to go. And here's the thing. There's only a few more sell walls, or short walls, I should say, liquidation walls, before we're at that magical 73,000 mark, which I know is coming. I could feel it, and it's probably coming tomorrow. I mean, quite frankly, anything that's related to Bitcoin right now, crypto overall, freaking hot. Speaking of hot, MicroStrategy 52-week high today, up 9 freaking percent today. What did I tell you guys about MicroStrategy? If you're a stock guy, this is what you buy and hold right now. Up 9%, up another 2% after hours. Tomorrow, it's probably going to pump even more. Coinbase following, up 5%. I'm sure the mining stocks went up today. Anything that relates is going up and up and up and up. And the ETFs, I haven't even checked the ETFs like iBit and others. They're probably going up and up and up. And that's because I've been talking about a lot, because the institutions and companies and maybe even retail, they are FOMOing in. Even without BlackRock's numbers, the 3 combined, the 3 big boys, Fidelity, ARK, and Bitwise, and a little bit of Grayscale too, already took in 164 million. And if BlackRock has another fantastic inflow day, 300 plus million, we're talking about another 500 plus million inflow day. And who knows, maybe they took in like 500 million today. Who knows, maybe something crazy. Maybe they took in 800 million today. Something that we never ever seen before. That's why everything exploded. I'm telling you guys, the ETFs, along with everything else, it's going to have a cumulative effect. One day, they're going to buy so much The OTC market is going to dry up, and that's when things get really nutty. We're not quite there yet, but overall, this is having an effect. All these guys, if you add it together, pretty much own 5% of the supply already, which is enormous. And that's only after 9 months. Think about another 9 months and another 9 months. There's only so much to go around, guys. It's just really that simple. Last week, BlackRock bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Are they going to buy $1 billion this week? I think they're going to buy more than $1 billion. I think today they probably bought like $500 million. Just today alone. They're probably going to buy like $3 billion this week. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. All right, listen to this. Don't take my word for it, okay? Listen to VanEck. What they're saying about Bitcoin, okay? You know, these are like supposed to be, you know, all these guys on Wall Street, right? The fund makers and all, like Larry Fink and all these guys. They're supposed to be the smartest guys on Wall Street. So listen to what they're saying about Bitcoin.
We have a model that assumes that by 2050, this is very long term, that Bitcoin becomes a reserve asset that's used in global trade and held by global central banks at a very modest 2% weight. And in that model, we arrive at a $3 million price target for Bitcoin. Now, that sounds, extreme, but that's a 16% compound annual growth rate for a couple decades. That's not really that extreme. So into the millions over the medium term is a high conviction call.
That's a modest prediction that central banks will start allocating 2% into Bitcoin by 2050. That's in 26 years. And I'm not going to be streaming in 26 years. If I am, it'll be on a rocket ship on Mars or something, okay? That's a modest, prediction at $3 million. People throw out wild numbers. I mean, these are from, supposedly, the smartest people on Earth, okay? Not just some random analyst on X. Not some random person on YouTube, okay? We're talking about from VanEck, one of the largest fund managers on the planet. We have heard Larry Fink say the same thing about BlackRock. Saying the same thing about Bitcoin. We have heard the CEO of Standard Chartered saying the same thing about Bitcoin. You just have to pay attention to these guys, okay? They are giving you a clue about what they're doing, which is accumulating. Pretty soon, it's going to be super, super, super expensive to accumulate. It's not too late. It's not too late yet. And as for our current movement, we're all still waiting for that October period. I would say we're there. We're at $70,000. We're $3,000 away from breaking our high. Technically, we already broke. At our current level right now, we're higher than our 2021 high, right? So you can't really complain. We're well above our 2021 high. Keep in mind, at 2021, when we broke 69,000, it was a brief period. Very brief. Our average price in 2021 was nowhere near 69,000. It was more in the 60,000s. So no one should really be complaining. We're already past that. We're already going higher, right? And we're going to go a lot higher. So you could argue October already started. We're already going up. We're over 100% year over year. You look at October of 2023, we were below $30,000. And now we're at $70,000. So no one can complain that we're not going up. Yet there are still people complaining that we're not in October yet, but we are. However, here's the good news. There are a lot more gains coming. Way more than what we're experiencing now. A lot more that's coming down the road. This is just the beginning, just a brief stint of what's to come, especially if you compare what we're going through now with some of the previous cycles we have been through. Some of you guys have been through some of the previous cycles. I have been through some of these cycles, like the 2017 cycle. That was crazy. The 2021 cycle, that was also crazy. And we may be seeing the craziest cycle we have ever seen before, because we are going through the first cycle ever in Bitcoin's history with ETFs, with institutional adoption, and with Bitcoin reserves going down on exchanges for the first time in any cycle. We have never, ever had that happen before. All these are firsts. So in 2025, we can't even predict what may happen. It could be a like a rocket ship upwards to Mars, especially if my prediction comes true that the OTC market dries up because the ETFs start buying so much. I can't even imagine what happens when that day comes. And I think it's going to be a disaster for the ETFs, because they will be in a bad spot where they have to buy on the spot market if that ever happens. Just wait for it. And we will benefit from that, but they will be in a bad spot when they cannot buy in the OTC market. Anyways. Yeah. So, we got a lot of great gains and pumps and rallies to look forward to. Robbie's back. Trying to bribe me for a fight in the IFC. I'll get to you, Robbie. Yeah, we got a lot more gains. A lot more gains to come, right? We have passed 70,000 once again. This is the fourth time today. Can we hold and break above? I'll tell you why it's so hard, because I'll show you guys, because of liquidation stuff. There are a lot of shorts that are getting wrecked, and there will be more that will get wrecked if we keep going higher, and we may end up at 71.4 quickly if these guys keep getting wrecked. The shorts, I mean. All right, before I show you, let's look at some alts real quick. Chainlink. A lot of you guys know Chainlink, the biggest Oracle network on the planet. I should say the biggest decentralized Oracle network on the planet. Now, it's partnered up with Solana. Before, Solana is really just with Pyth, which is still existing on Solana. And then in some ways, Pyth is more advanced than Chainlink. But Chainlink is the biggest and most robust and most battle-tested. And they are now on Solana, which is great for both Solana and Chainlink. And we both know that Solana are doing, no, not just Solana. Solana and all the dApps on are all doing very well recently. And you can see that they have flipped, both Solana and Radium have flipped Ethereum in terms of fees. And that's significant, again, because Solana is so much cheaper than Ethereum. And they're still generating more fees. That shows you how much volume they really have. And not only that, everyone likes to pick on ETH. Ton, which I haven't talked about for a while now, they have 137 million users. 137 million. And it seems like the holder count will overtake ETH holder count before the end of the year. What's going on with ETH? Everyone's overtaking ETH. And Hamster Combat Season 2 is going to come out for those of you guys that are playing Hamster Combat. Thorchain is launching on Ledger Live, which is great because this makes it so that people can trade in Ledger Live a lot easier with Thorchain. So it's like you could do native trading within Ledger Live. That is great for both Thorchain and Ledger. Yeah, there's that. And then also Coinbase is sponsoring the Golden State Warriors. And this is, of course, after FTX sponsored Miami Heat back in the day. I think Coinbase is not going to suffer the same thing FTX did. Too bad Golden State sucks now, so it doesn't really matter. So there's that. All right. That's pretty much it. All right. So I want to show you guys, we're a little bit below 70,000 once again. So my new favorite tool is this. So I was looking at this. So you could see we wiped out, okay? We wiped out a lot of levels here. The 70,000, first of all, we wiped out this level, which had 10 million. Okay, the 69,962. So roughly 10 million contracts got liquidated. And then you had like 70,100, like 15 million contracts. And then you have 70,316 million got liquidated. And you can see now it's empty space. The next big level is this, 70,500. You could see why it's so hard to break above because there are a lot. 21 million, 22 million. And then you got 21, 22 million at 70,654, 70,800, but 71,000. So if we get a little push to, let's say, 71,000, okay, and we break through this, up here, very, very clear. Like nothing up here, right? So if we get a little push, maybe not tonight, tomorrow, say Wall Street opens, ETF inflows crazy, and we push through that, we're going to be up to 73, 75. Well, we're going to be like up here in no time. This is not going to stop anything. Like right now, these guys are clinging on, hoping they don't get wiped out. But, you know, they will. See, look at this. This is what happened today. So you had like $12 million, 10 million. So that's like 22 million right there liquidated. 7 to 16 to 1. So right there, that's another like 22, 23 million liquidated. And then here's a smaller one, like about 5 million liquidated. So like little bit, you do see these shorts getting liquidated, these like levels right here, right? So that is the reason why I think we're not breaking up, but we do need a bit more momentum right here. Like from here to here, a whole bunch of shorts waiting to be wrecked. And we could break through this, boom, we're gonna like have that one of those God candle moments where we're just gonna like skyrocket upwards. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be great. It looks like we may be going through that right now. Are we? Oh, where's the volume? We need a volume. All right, let me scroll up. Let me see if I missed anything. We got 4,500 people tuned in right now. That's awesome. Yeah, Robbie. First of all, there's no fight in March. And second of all, you're not an influencer or a project leader. So again, yeah. You need to have a large following, man. You need to have a large following in order to get an IFC. Teresa says 70K USD is 170K in New Zealand dollars. I guess New Zealand dollars suffers more inflation than the USD. P5 says, man, I'm scared to sleep and wake up to a dump. Or Oreste Rodriguez. Is that how you say it? Oreste. That's a unusual first name. Jordan, man, been watching for years. You're on some Oracle vibe. Thank you. Thank you. Costa from Australia, welcome. What did Microsoft decide? That vote isn't happening until December. Overall, pretty good. I did notice that Doge pumped to the moon today, 18%. So those of you guys that held on Doge since 70 cents in 2021, there is some hope. Elon, again, is bringing some hope back to Doge with his Department of something, energy, whatever it is. And he brought some life back to Shiba as well. But overall, the alts are still, they're coming back a little bit, but still nowhere as strong as Thorchain went up because of the Ledger integration today. Popcat did okay today, but still, overall, the alts are still not really gaining on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is still quite high. In fact, not just quite high, it's still going upwards. So that's why it's important to hold on Bitcoin. Department of Government Efficiency, that's right. That's right. What is this on DexScan? Tate AI dropped 93.12%. Not surprising. All right, looking at the shorter, the smaller time scales, like the 1 hour, Bitcoin is in the overbought territory. I'd say in the 1 hour especially, it does look like it wants to take a breather. The 4 hour, it is overbought, but there's room to grow. There have been times where it could go higher, especially like back in March. It peaked at 92. Right now it's at 73, 74. So if we do the same kind of, same kind of pump, we could get back to 73 and higher. But the 1 hour is definitely overheated. So we may cool down a little bit first. Where's that giant cup of handle I drew? There we go. Yeah, we're finally breaking out of it. It's looking good. Robbie says, how many people I can get 100K what you want in a year? I don't know what you mean by that. Let's just say you can't really buy yourself into the IFC, man. As much as I like you and I know you're a supporter and stuff, you really have to be like a project leader or an influencer to get yourself into the IFC. Free speech. Today I sold 8,300 out of my 73K portfolio to buy a 2024 Ford F-150 V8. I just got home with it. Congrats. Congrats. How could you buy a new F-150 with 8,300 though? Is that just your down payment or you had other money saved up? Yeah, I don't know. But congrats. Jimmy, do you think institutions will dump on new buying near the end of the bull market or buy and hold? Institutions, okay, they're not whales. Institutions don't buy with intentions of hurting retail. They buy with intention of like protecting their money. That's why they buy. So they're not going to be like retail and say, oh, it's the end of 2025, I better dump it. That's not their intention. Now, they may have other intentions like, okay, if they have something hotter they want to get into, they may sell off Bitcoin. They may not have the same kind of mentality as Bitcoin holders where they go hold for like ever. But if they see Bitcoin as the best hedge against inflation, then they're going to hold it forever, right? So, no, they're not going to like dump it like whales trying to manipulate the market. Other than someone like BlackRock. Now, BlackRock may want to control it or something. That's a different story. But most, I would say, institutions are not trying to play that game. It wouldn't make sense. I mean, they don't have time for that. Your thoughts on Murad's meme coin super cycle? I have no thoughts on it because first of all, I don't know his meme coin super cycle. And second of all, I've said this many times myself. Meme coins are going to play a big part of this cycle. It's no doubt about it. Retail investors, they're coming in, and what are they buying? They're not buying Bitcoin. They're buying memes. Even though I talk about Bitcoin every day, I know for a lot of people it goes on deaf ears or it goes in one ear out the other because they see Bitcoin at 70,000 and they're like, oh, it's too expensive. I'm not going to buy Bitcoin. I'm going to buy some cheap memes and try to become a millionaire with them. I get it, right? But you know, it's important to have some Bitcoin. I get the appeal with memes, and I'm not saying to ignore them. I think memes are important. People should have some memes in their portfolio to help it grow. But if you're just purely just jumping on any memes that people are shilling, that's a sure way to lose all your money. G-Wagon and Cadillac V? G-Wagon. I'm surprised we're pushing up. We just pushed to 70,004. The next point, yeah, we go a little bit higher. We're 70,005. Man, we push 70,005. We're going to liquidate a whole bunch of shorts. That's going to push us even higher. We're going to get a pretty massive short squeeze if we push to 70,500. I'll tell you that. A lot of people are going to get wrecked if we go to 70,500. You're going to see like a kind of like a mini God candle happen. It's looking like it may happen right now. Someone's driving up Bitcoin in a big way right now. Let's see if it's going to happen soon. Chester, thank you for that. Calvin, George, really, why is Ethereum doing so bad? Because there are so many options right now. That's the real reason. There are so many options out there. A lot of people have moved on. A lot of developers have moved on. A lot of retail people have moved on. That's really it, because there are a lot of options right now. Man, if we just go up like another 100 points, we are going to wreck a lot of shorts. Just 100 points, $100. Come on now. Just $100. The funny thing is the volume is actually quite low. I guess there's just no one that's looking to sell right now. That's all. No one. People have learned, don't don't short Bitcoin. All these guys that are about to get liquidated, they have no choice. They can't exit their position right now. They're like down 90%, 95%. So they're kind of stuck. Man, I think we're gonna push through. I think these guys are in real trouble right here. 70,481. These guys are gonna be real trouble. This is just on Binance, by the way. There are other exchanges that are, you know, that have different levels, but Binance is the biggest by far. 70,481. This is pretty fun. Pretty fun and exciting, right? What did I say? October is not done until we're in November. Right? What did I say? That's what I said. You know, I'd like to remind you guys, where were we last? This There we go. Ooh, we're about to make that 70,500. Oh, there we go. I can't even show you last year. We're about to do it. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, those guys are gone. Now we're going, you notice it's starting to go higher and higher. Yeah, those guys are. Yep, those guys are gone. Now we're cutting into the next level, 70,685. Pretty soon, all these levels are going. We're starting to get what we're seeing is mini short squeezes here. That's why you see these, you know, candlesticks keep going higher and higher. We're getting more and more short squeezes driving us higher. You know, what did I say this morning? I said this morning, by tonight, we could see 71.4. We're halfway there. It'll be amazing before I sign off. We actually just like hit it before I sign off. Then I would prove that I am really good at what I do. I would prove I'm a god at TA. I'm just kidding. We're just liquidating all the longs. I mean, all the shorts now. There's nothing stopping this. All those shorts are getting wrecked right now. That's what's happening right now. They are getting wrecked. They are getting wrecked badly right now. We're breaking through this one. This is a tough one. 70,800. We're going through that. We almost went through that. 70,800. Did we briefly go through that? No, not yet. Close. That's like the final barrier. We're getting very close. I mean, after that, I don't see anything. I mean, we still have a little bit up to 71. I mean, there's consistent shorts here, but like this is the biggest level left. Wow, look at that. Look at that. All gone. Oh boy. It's getting exciting, guys. I should go grab my blue label. W Dog. I attribute a lot of my recent success in crypto market to your informative videos. Thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I should go get my mini blue label that I haven't drank from in a long time. All right, we went to 70,900. We may have to cool off a little bit, to be honest. Like, you know, our 1 hour is really RSI is 86. We're a little overbought here, but with all the short squeezes, we may just keep going. I don't know. I mean, I think we could just touch 71,004 and then like drop back down, but it'll be nice if we can hit that. Does anyone know if Gareth still has his short open? Sol's 4 billion from flipping BNB. Sol finally picked up. Sol was stuck today. Oh man, we're going to 71 right now. We're about to hit 71, guys. Volume is starting to pick up. We're shattering through all these shorts. I mean, look at that. That just like went skyrocket. Oh boy. Look at that. Okay, we just like crushed through. We just crushed through those shorts. A lot of people just lost a lot of money right now. A lot of people lost a lot of money. But that's okay. That's why I always said, don't short Bitcoin, okay? The easiest way to lose money is to short Bitcoin. Don't do it. Just don't short Bitcoin. If you think Bitcoin's overheated, okay, you could sell or just not play, but don't short Bitcoin because at any given moment, it's going to flip above. All right, good. It's okay if we retrace a little bit. We're overbought, but we broke 71,000. Man, look at that. Look at that. See, that's a mini God candle, right? See, like these kind of events is not accidental, right? Of course, yes, we had a little push, but these are normally driven by like a lot of like squeezes. Preston, with all your cycle experience, what have you learned about exiting the market? Do you always DCA out? Any liquidity concerns at peak greed? Yes. I will say this, being contrarian at times does benefit. When everyone is super greedy and bullish, it is a good indicator to cash out. But it's tough sometimes. It's really tough to know. So my new thing is keep a cash percentage on the side, meaning if you're like, whatever your portfolio is, set like a certain amount of cash, like 20% or 30% of your portfolio in cash. And as your portfolio goes up, make sure that cash pile stays at a certain percentage. So that way you force yourself to keep taking profits, right? That way you don't get too greedy. I think that's a good strategy. And increase that cash percentage pile as we go higher in the market. Cruisin', you mentioned several options better than ETH. What are 2 other options you like besides Sol? Ooh. At this point in time, I mean, almost everything. I like Base better than Sol, even though you can't buy a token, but I do like it better. Man, at this point, I even like Toncoin better than, I like it better. I like Avalanche better. I even like BNB better, even though there's nothing going on in BNB. I still like it better. I like Sui better. I like FET better. There are so many others I like better. Almost anything in the top 10 outside of XRP and Tron and Cardano, I like better. You still think Bonk could hit 20 billion market cap? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Is MicroStrategy go pump 2 tomorrow? Yes, guaranteed. If Bitcoin is at 71 today, MicroStrategy go pump to the moon tomorrow. Tomorrow they go up like 20%. No doubt. It's MicroStrategies go pump to the moon. And I told you guys that what happened to MicroStrategy is a precursor to what's going to happen in Bitcoin. It's so obvious. It's so obvious. Look at MicroStrategy, right? This, just pretend this was 73,000 Bitcoin. March, right? For them, for MicroStrategy, it was 200. They definitely broke out and kept going. That's what's going to happen to Bitcoin. When Bitcoin breaks out of 73K, what's going to happen? It's going to break upwards. And this is the equivalent of Bitcoin breaking up to the 80s and 90s. I would say this is the equivalent of Bitcoin breaking up to 100K. MicroStrategy at this point in time is equivalent of Bitcoin breaking to 100K already. That's how fast they're moving. So this is a precursor of what's to come. So I still believe Bitcoin could still reach 100K by the end of this year. There's no doubt about it. I still believe that can happen. I still believe that within our limited time, even though it seems impossible, we could hit 80K by the end of this month. I said that at the beginning of this month. It may be too late, but I guess we'll see tomorrow. If we can crack through 73K and get to 75K soon, you know, hitting another 5K at 80K by the end of this month in 2 more days, that can happen. So MicroStrategy is proving that it could happen soon. It already did. So there's no reason why Bitcoin can't be doing that. Right? Like Bitcoin, like basically this is where Bitcoin is in March, right? MicroStrategy is like up here already. So, okay, I take that back. So MicroStrategy is around 90,000, 80 to 90,000 compared to where Bitcoin is. Not quite at 100,000. It's about like 80 or 90,000. So it's just a matter of time. Man, how good am I? I said 71,400 this morning. We're at 71,300. I'm even impressing myself right now. I gotta admit. Man, I'm the god of lines. I know how to draw them. I'm really good with lines. You know, I don't know why I do that when there's a refresh button here. Yeah, I mean, we're like just basically slowly clearing out all these guys. Every level, they're just getting liquidated, 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 liquidated. All these guys slowly getting liquidated all the way to like 73 and beyond. All these guys, you could see like at 75K and above, pretty much is when it starts clearing up, right? Really above 74 is when it starts really clearing up. 73, yeah, 74. So what this means is if we keep pushing, we will probably get one of the biggest short squeezes and drive us to like 75K before it's all said and done. If we keep going and just keep wrecking these guys and we keep getting more and more squeezes and squeezes and squeezes and squeezes, and we will squeeze ourselves to 75K range. Maybe by, you know, by the end of tomorrow or the day after. There we go. We are extremely overbought on the 5 minute. There we go. We touched it. Man, I should go grab my blue label right now. This doesn't seem like it's going to stop. Maybe I should draw another. Oh, I have another line drawn. No worries. I already have a line drawn, guys. I forgot I drew a line up there already. So the next level will be 73.8. That's our previous high. So that's where we're heading after this. We're probably going to take a break. We're probably not gonna go straight there. We're probably gonna take a break around here. Yeah, I probably need to change the title. Bitcoin top 71,000 for the first time since June. I'm gonna do that on the fly right now because that's how I roll. I think we'll come down. I think this is about it. We're too overbought in all the on all the charts here. So you could see RSI is coming down on the 5 minute. 15 minute, we haven't gone down yet, but we will probably soon. 1 hour, we will soon. We're just too overbought. And 4 hour, we still have a little bit. We have a little momentum. We could still keep going. All right, what else is pumping right now? Sol is doing pretty well, just a little bit. Not terribly well, but if we're going to chart it, let's see. Let's zoom out a little bit. Sol needs to break. I say here, like 186, maybe 185, 186. That's when it's going to get real crazy. So we're not that far off for Sol. Like 186, it's going to get good for Solana. Let's just draw it. Like I say, like right around here. That'll be good. What else? Sui maybe coming back a little bit. Maybe Sui found a bottom today at 161. Maybe it's kind of hard to do a TN on Sui. Yeah. It's kind of tough. I guess the important thing is to see if Sui breaks out of this. If it doesn't and comes back down, that would be trouble. Others not really breaking out. A lot of memes. I don't try to chart memes because they just do their thing. Jupiter's looking good too. Jupiter is basically like Solana. Jupiter has to break through this 112. That's gonna be the next resistance. It's getting pretty close to that. Looks like Bitcoin does not want to stop. Sorry, I missed some super chats, some chats. AI Learnings, new member, welcome, Devin Lunder. Thanks for all the hopium. Do you see VET ever coming out of the slump? Think they ever see previous high? You know, I like to think so, Devin, but I got to be honest. I met Sonny a few times, nice guy. He's just going in a weird direction with that. He's really just going all out with sustainability and green and really not focusing on what consumers want. So I don't know. Maybe there's a bigger, grander play. And hopefully that's coming. So if more like retail focused things are coming, then yes. But right now, all the sustainability stuff, I don't know if that's really going to help them, to be honest. Man, the momentum is just like unstoppable right now. Bitcoin is extremely overbought, but like it does not matter. People just want to just like keep pumping it. Vatican, yes, this is fun. This is very fun. All the shorts are just like getting like wrecked right now. Red Panda, appreciate it. Real quick, let's check in on XRP here. Is XRP doing okay? Still not quite. Still not quite to the trend line. It needs to break 54 cents, break out of it, and hold to break out of this. Yeah. Nope. It hasn't done it yet. Hasn't done it yet. In case you guys are wondering. Litecoin, one of my favorites. Oh, this is futures. I don't want futures. As you can see, Litecoin really has not done anything. Nowhere near its 2021 high. It's still, this is what I've always said, okay? Regardless of how I feel about Litecoin, it is still 83% off from its 2021 high. This is why I've said there's no point to Litecoin, buy Bitcoin. All the Litecoiners that used to say, well, it's 4 times as fast and 4 times as plentiful, and there's like, you know, you could use it to transfer transfer between exchanges and stuff, you know, all that's irrelevant because now there's stable coins, there's other coins that you can use to transfer and all that stuff. It's not a store of value. It doesn't hedge as well as Bitcoin. There's nothing that's better about holding Litecoin. This is why you buy Bitcoin over Litecoin. There's no argument you can make to hold Litecoin over Bitcoin. So that's always been my argument. Litecoin keeps dropping on the charts while Bitcoin continues to stay higher. It's just that simple, you know? There's no other, I don't need to make any other point about Litecoin. Even Charlie Lee likes Bitcoin better than Litecoin. You could go ask him. He has said it many times in interviews. He likes Bitcoin better. What about Polygon? Broskova? What's Broskova? But yeah, as for Matic, man, I don't Polygon or Pol or whatever. I mean, it's just super weak. I don't know what else to say. It's just super, super weak. Polygon has like the ETH symptom. It's losing against all the L2s and all the L1s, and it's just lost its identity, and it doesn't really know what to do at this point. It's trying very hard, but it just really doesn't know what to do. That's the problem. Someone asked about Render. Render really pumped earlier this year. Render is different because Render actually broke through. It actually formed a high back in March. Hasn't really gained. Jerry gave 5 memberships. Thank you. Render has a long ways to go. It didn't really pick up any momentum recently. It pumped a lot. We had a mini altcoin season back in March. It pumped tremendously in March. But ever since then, it's been a downward decline. I mean, you could kind of chart it like this. It has gained no momentum recently. It needs to break, you know, somewhere around here, 540. Even if it continues forward, I mean, yeah, it's just not looking that good right now for render, as zero momentum at this point. Some alts are just really weak, like render right now. Thorchain, it pumped today, so I don't know if that. Sorry, it's ruined. I don't know if it's good to chart it because it pumped. It also pumped earlier this year, but it's kind of weird. It had 3 big pumps back in 2021 and 2022, which is weird. Yeah, I don't even know how to. I mean, if you draw a line, it goes down like this, which is kind of weird. But if you do it like that, I don't know. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to chart. Well, not drawing lines. If we're just going horizontally, I guess. The next level probably right here. 680. It's actually at a critical resistance right now, like right around here. And then next up would be about 680. So 627 is probably where it's going to head. And then 680 is the next mark. 680, 690, around there. And then after that, probably 730, something like that. What do you think about Gala? Gala's done. I don't think it's going to come back. I mean, Gala's just like, so, I mean, there's too much controversy, too much suing. I mean, look at, like, if you zoom out to 2021, they're just like, I mean, it doesn't even, where they are right now doesn't even register. They're still down 98%. They have no momentum at all. So that's even worse than XRP's chart. They were just way too overhyped in 2021. All right, guys. I think that's enough. I gotta get going. It was fun. It was fun. If we can hold above 21K tonight, that would be absolutely fantastic. That would be really fantastic. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for being a TA god, because we hit exactly the point I said we were going to hit this morning. But yeah, I think we're gonna come down a little bit because we're just very overheated. We're overbought, so we're probably gonna come down a little bit. But like I said, if we can hold and continue to build off of this tomorrow, and I think tomorrow we're going to see another great Bitcoin day. And we're going to smash through some more shorts tomorrow. We're going to get a new all-time high tomorrow, guys. We're going to get a new all-time high. Not only are we going to get a new all-time high, we might see even like 75K by the end of tonight, by the end of tomorrow. Like we'll probably see like 73 sometime in the morning or afternoon, and maybe even see like 75 at night. It could be wild tomorrow. It could be absolutely wild tomorrow. So strap on and get a good night's sleep, because tomorrow could be a huge, huge day. And Roger sent a big super chat. Blue Label, thank you. Roger went all in on July 2023 and hold it until now. And you are from Switzerland. That was a fantastic, fantastic move. I'm glad you did that. I'm glad that, I hope I helped you hodl. But congratulations. Congratulations. All right, guys. So smash up the like. Subscribe to the channel. We had a good time tonight. That was a pretty good pump. Tomorrow could be better. So let's see what happens. All right. Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.